Yo way. I'm a Kumar Murdy from Western Queensland. And I was just thinking when I got up here that I graduated 40 years ago. You'd never guess it. I was thinking, I had so many dreams when I was sitting in the seats that you are, when I graduated way back. Who I wanted to be, what I wanted to accomplish, what stories I wanted to tell, what companies I wanted to work for. I thought I might work for Shell, but I didn't. It might take a little time, but I believe it would happen. When I sat where you're sitting today, I didn't think about tomorrow, what I would be doing tomorrow, what I needed to do tomorrow. I graduated in 1983. Actually, I went to university in 1983 and graduated in 1987. It feels like it was 83, but it was a great year for me in 87. That time, I just won the National Under-20 200 metre final. I thought I was pretty good. I just played and won for the Junior Wallabies against New Zealand, which never happens, ever. It was at the Sydney Cricket Ground. And then a guy came up to me after, a guy called Alan Jones. He works in media. Some of you guys might be thinking about media. You might know the man. And he said to me, do you want to join this World Cup squad? And I did. And it was fun. And I wasn't sure though. But back then in 87, 88, I had no money. I had to get a job. I was really desperately needing a washing machine. I didn't have one, and a fridge. I had to work out how to get by. My plans were to settle down, retire from elite sport. So I began a job teaching for Education Queensland down at Boonah State High School. Now, if anybody's been to Boonah back then, there was no Aboriginal kids there. That's another story. Anyway, I got bored of that for a little while, did 2 years, and then I got back out of that. And I decided to give uni another go. And at that same time, I thought I might run a bit more. And I got a bit faster. And my team, 4x100 metres, ran the third fastest 4x1 in the world. They wouldn't send us to Barcelona, but in consolation, they sent me to Cuba. And we went there with a group, and I had a good friend called Kyle Vanderkuyp. I don't know if you heard of the boy. He was a great hurdler. We got arrested in Cuba for having US dollars, interrogated for 12 hours. That's character building. Looking at an Uzi by a badly speaking English Cuban does scare you a bit. What I'm saying in those words is never be afraid. Never be afraid of change even. Embrace any opportunities you have. And if you encounter setbacks, make new plans. We certainly did. I said to Cole at the time, don't rise to the bait. Be cool, we'll get out of this. So I say to you, don't search for defining moments, because you know what? They've already happened. My parents wanted to send me to the best schools. And she did that, and she saw the value of education, just like your parents have supported to do. Whenever you might feel derailed, try to find your rhythm, and don't wait for someone to say, you are ready. Who wears Nikes here? Anybody wear Nike? Just do it. Just do it. Some people might tell you you aren't ready, but I say act. And I've heard some words already today on the screen and whatnot, to act courageously. I call this the R&D of life. Don't bother to ask anybody. Show it, do it, try it, fall forward. So that way you know where you're falling, and then get up and go again. My mother was a 4th grade dropout. An Aboriginal girl who wanted to do more in education but had to work as a farmhand. She eventually became a laundry maid, a cleaner, a nanny, and a housecook. That was her career path. And actually stayed to her career path her entire life. But she wanted more for her kids. There was 2 boys and a daughter. My sister works for the Department of Environment. I'm doing what I do. My brother is a crazy AFL man who works for the Sydney Swans. And I don't follow AFL, I don't know if anybody does here, but it's what it is. I like rugby union, obviously, you know that. But she wanted better. And then she instilled in that ability to learn. Now, I think that you learn all the time. You learn your entire life. So don't stop doing that. Don't stop improving. I think that can be done. I had another yarn, and I think you might have heard this one before or might not have. Thomas Edison did 1,000 experiments till the first one worked. So keep trying. Eventually they'll all fail except one will succeed. You'll try many things to succeed, but always fall forward. Align yourself, I say, with people who encourage you. Align yourself with people who you can learn from. My design company, Bilbie Labs, has got 10 wonderful people. Great historians, great designers, great programmers, all that. We don't settle for mediocrity. We always strive for that little bit extra. We look for all the special bits. We seek higher ground, and I say to you, seek higher ground. Rise above the crowd, soar like an eagle. Now, I was going to show you a graphic design stuff and see how good I was to you fellas and show you this eagle, this animated eagle flying across the ground. I also did another yarn, another graphic about swim against the tide. I had a bull shark that travelled along Maywar, and actually the bull shark took a farmer. We're up in Ipswich, way back in the 1800s. So the bull sharks used to travel a lot, so don't swim in the Brisbane River, you can avoid it. And then I had another one about a dingo roaming the land, and I had a really good yarn about the dingoes roaming, which set the totems for Aboriginal marriage out at Western Queensland, the dingoes roaming. So I'm saying, roam wide, soar high, swim against the tide. After all I've said, I want to leave you with this last bit. I believe the number of people here will influence many people. And I'm doing a small little bit of maths here. I think that each one of you should be able to, in your time, meet many people, but influence 10, majorly. And if you do that, those people will influence another 10, and then they might influence another 10 from your initiation. I think in time, say 20 years, I think that amounts to about 3 million people you might influence. Think about that. That's your path. So Godspeed, plan for tomorrow, don't ask permission, and certainly don't ask permission to fail. But if you fail, fail forward, fall forward, raise the bar for the rest of your life, and it will meet yours. So good luck. Well done. Thank you.